my first Ironman, I was just worried about completing it. Just worried. I didn't even know if it was possible for a diabetic. I never heard of any other diabetics doing it. From that point till now, there's just been such a huge learning curve, and I feel at this point I want to kind of just help other people figure out how to do it.
We never discussed not doing it. There was a brief moment where we thought that we would maybe pick a different Ironman and we wouldn't do Kona, but you can't not do Kona if you get the chance.
It just has a buzz here. There's so much energy, and everybody is so fit, and it's really electric. And it's not like any other race, because there's almost like a momentum that builds from early in the week, and you can feel it. And it's not like a bad tension. It's just a excitement, frenetic kind of thing.
The atmosphere is unbelievable. Yeah, it's just a crazy race. It's there's nothing like it. You know, it's almost too emotional.
And it's the World Championship where the best of the best play.
Hey, we're at Ironman World Championship in Kailua Kona. Who's happy to be here today?
I'm not the fastest, but it is pretty phenomenal to experience this.
She'd never done a lot of these distances before, not the 70.3 until this summer, never had done an Ironman, and she's just super amazing. She was just diagnosed with type 1 maybe 2 months ago. She's dealing with that. She's dealing with her first Ironman.
She did a half Ironman in Boulder in August, and then 2 days coming off the half, she got diagnosed with type 1. So this is her first real competition after diagnosis.
It wasn't ever really an option to quit. You know, my doctor, he said, we'll find a doctor that'll work with you. So if the next doctor says no, then we'll find one that will.
And the truth is that Ironman training as a diabetic hasn't been going on for that long. You can't really ask your doctor. Your doctor doesn't have experience about it. In a way, you know, the things that I've learned, there was no roadmap. Yeah, flat tires, mechanicals, things like that. I mean, yeah, they happen, but I've never had them be as dramatic as an effect as what can happen, you know, if you're really not in tune with what's happening for your diabetes. The biggest learning experience I ever had in Ironman was here, and that was in 2005. And I sat in that water, and I was so nervous that I would get low on the swim that I took 2 gels. And so that just threw my blood sugar through the roof. And I got out on the bike, and I even took an injection on the bike, and it did nothing. And I got to mile 56, having had only water, because my plan was to have my electrolytes through Gatorade. So I had no nutrition, and I got to mile 56 just coated in salt and dehydrated, and my muscles all cramped up, and walked every step of the marathon here. And it was very humbling and frustrating, and that was a great learning experience. And along the way, you know, you just pick up all these little things. It's a lot of experience. It's a lot of, in the beginning, what I call it was a lot of crash and burn. First 4 years or so.
So what she has to do is figure out how much insulin to take and how many carbohydrates to bring in before she's exercising, so that she can stay at an optimal level throughout the entire thing.
Everything with my diabetes management for the last 8 weeks has really been how to get to Kona and through Kona. Come Sunday, we're going to have to come up with a whole new plan, but for now, we've got maybe through Wednesday, I think, when I return to Colorado, planned out, and then we'll figure it out after the fact then.
And I find people who, you know, do triathlon and diabetic super motivated, super motivated.
I don't honestly know how to control my diabetes without training. On my paper, it's been rough, and that's been harder without exercise. So it definitely will always be a part of my life, just because it helps, it makes it easier. But I don't know that 6 hours a day is necessarily normal or realistic.
And my advice, I suppose, if you're a diabetic, certainly learn as much as you can about nutrition before, and understand that it's more about the timing of nutrition in this sport, because the day is so long. and the amount of food that needs to go in is so much. You really have to have an understanding of why you're taking insulin when you're taking it, and why you're taking food where you're taking it, and understanding the aspects of recovery. So, and that's a lot just to understand in the beginning of completing one of these things.
And I'm so new to all this that I don't, like, it's not automatic. So it's all based on, like, pre-race, so if I'm high, do I treat or not? Yeah, but I have test strips and pen needles, so that I can get to them. And then the pen I keep in the back of my shirt. But I don't inject when I ride or run. I'm not to that point yet, hopefully. I'm not that black and white to think that it's gonna go exactly how I wrote it.
My Omnipod, big part of my life, and a big change and shift in how I train and race over the last 3 years. When I'm training, I'm using my pump. It's just, the flexibility aspect is huge. Yeah, I have a very specific race day. The basal is pre-programmed starting the night before, and every 30 minutes there's a change throughout the whole day so that I don't have to even think about it. But it gets you very good at pacing and trying to have a very consistent day, because if I don't have the day that I'm expecting, let's say I have a flat tire or something like that, I have to have a backup plan, and that is, if I'm not carrying my pump, I'm carrying syringes preloaded with insulin. Part of the insulin strategies that I use is pretty aggressive with the insulin from early on, and you have to have a little bit of blind faith to kind of do some of the things that make it work.
Finish upright and not end up in the medical tent. Those are my two primary goals.
Have a good day. Have fun. Smile doing it the whole way. Challenge myself. And break the record for type 1 diabetic here, which unofficially is 9:50. But you never know. It's a long race, and I'm just happy to be at the World Championships and having fun.
Ironman World Championship is on its way!
Yeah. You ready?
Who's gonna be with us at midnight tonight, huh? Yeah, baby. For the best party in the world right here in California. You guys are simply amazing. Alex Osias from Denver, Colorado, 33 years old. You Congrats! You are an Ironman!
How did
you do that?
It's been interesting. A lot of people with diabetes, a lot of the triathletes and other athletes I've met have all said it made them a better athlete. And at first I thought, you know, you just got to find the lining on something in this situation. But now it makes so much more sense, especially when I see how other people train and hydrate and take in calories. And we're just more cognizant of what we need, and so we're more aware of it. We're more in tune with our bodies, I think. You know, we have a digital printout of where we're at, so it's pretty cool in that sense. You know, it definitely has its downsides, but you know, really, it's not the end of the world. It's just another bump in the road, and I still get to eat my Ben and Jerry's and do whatever I want. So, you know, I just have to think a little bit, but it's okay.
I think it goes along with my entire mantra with diabetes, and that is that it never has affected me, it never leads me. When somebody says my name, they don't say cliff shirt diabetic. So I worked towards that in my life to make sure that that wasn't the case. And so from day one, you know, in the hospital was, you know, doing my own shots, and, you know, that was just a philosophy. I just kind of grabbed it and did it. And I think that you're lucky if you can have that.
We went to go support her, but I feel like she kind of helped me get mentally ready for training for St. George.
I think in the future what you'll see is a lot of it'll be, the strategies will be kind of laid out. There'll be a roadmap on how to do it.